Welcome everyone to this week's video. Today we are on Fish Friday number 64 and we have a good one for you today. Today's fish is a fish that you've definitely heard about. You've seen it in movies, you've seen it in video games. If you've been to any aquarium, you've definitely seen this fish. Today we are going to be talking about the Redtail Catfish. So the redtail catfish, or scientific name Fractocephalus hemileopterus, again that is Fractocephalus hemileopterus. Sorry, I had a difficult time sounding that out. It is part of the family Hemilodidae, which is the family of long-whiskered catfish. As you can see in this picture, it's got some pretty darn long whiskers. Really long whiskers. It is also known as the common name Pirata. All of the Pimelodids, those long whiskered catfish, have a pretty distinct body shape. Many of them get really large, kind of flattened head. Most of them are colorful, and then they all have this well-developed adipose. This adipose fin is a real fleshy. It's not rather unique, really. It's just like think like a big skin tap. It's really thick. Holds a lot of fat in it. Like, I think it's for nutrient entirely. But all the Pimelodids have this really well-developed adipose. It is the only species in its genus, which shows how unique this fish actually it is. Even though it is rather common in today's world in media, like I said, you've seen this in video games. It's very common in large aquariums. These things are very well known, but they are still fairly unique. As far as where it is from, it is native to the Amazon, Orinoco, and Essequibo river basins, South America. Native to really large rivers and lakes, or flooded forests. They really need a lot of room, a lot of water to become. Because this is a very large fish. It is a insanely large fish. I wouldn't say insane, but it is a very large fish. Super large individuals can get to around 1.8 meters, which is 5 feet 11 inches, and get up to about 80 kilograms, so about 180 pounds. So they are large. However, it is very rare, that size. They usually average about 3.5 to 4.5 feet, 1.1 to 1.4 meters in length. Just for your own knowledge, the IGFA world record, 56 kilograms, which is 123 pounds 7 ounces. Remember, IGFA is for angling records, not for just the largest one found. That's why there are super large individuals over the IGFA record. If you couldn't already tell from the pictures that we have shown, this is a very colorful fish. This really dark back, these fins with the white line that can sometimes, if you look here, they can get red tinted on the back as well. Well-developed spines in their fins. This brownish back that gets lighter at the front with these yellow spots. Then they have the yellow sides as well. And then you have the white stripe. Even though there's a lot of variation in their color patterns, like this one is white almost all the way through. Basically, look for this big red caudal fin, and that seems to be pretty characteristic of the fish. Really characteristic. It also has a really broad head. Very long whiskers. We talked about this. They have this pair of whiskers or barbels on the upper jaw, and then 2 pairs on the lower jaw. And remember, for catfish, they use those whiskers looking for food at the bottom. These are a bottom dwelling catfish. They're using those whiskers, searching the ground, looking for either fish. They eat kind of anything. They seem to be primarily piscivores, meaning that they eat fish. But you know, they're using those whiskers. They're very slow moving, not an aggressive fish. But they do get a bad rap. They are blamed for some drownings in South America that they are not necessarily responsible. They do get a little bit of a bad rap. But that's what those whiskers are. Remember that. Those barbels are sensory organs that they are looking for food at the bottom. They are slow moving. I don't know if I said that. These don't go fast. These are not the ones that people, my knowledge, the ones that people fish with their hands are the flathead catfish but something else about these we talked about, you know, you've seen these a lot. One of the reason why you may have seen these is that these are extremely popular in home aquariums. Right here, you have this baby red-tailed catfish. It is not wise. Do not, please do not buy an Amazon red-tailed catfish for your home aquarium. Just please don't. They're very gentle. They're very easy to take care of when young. They eat kind of anything you give them, anything smaller than them in the aquarium. By God, they'll eat the gravel. So you got to be careful about that. But they get kind of territorial. And remember their size. Oh, you can buy this 3-inch one. By the way, this 3-inch one costs about $35. Those of you, you know, $35, throw this in there. But the adults need at least 2,600 gallons or 10,000 liters to be semi-comfortable, and I wouldn't even call that really that comfortable. They really need to be in a pond if you're gonna have these. Then you're just not gonna have much of it else. And so just please don't do it. These things are just not for beginners. They are very popular in like your large aquarium, your city aquarium. Those do very well. They're extremely popular in South American exhibits. They have the size, they have the room to move, even though they still prefer to be in larger areas. That's still correct way. Don't do these in your little 10-gallon aquarium on your desk in your living room. No, just don't do it. It's not right. As far as the interesting fact though, for this fish, it's not a long one. Just something that was neat that I found. It is said, not verified, but it is said that the natives do not eat the meat of the red-tailed catfish because the meat is black, meaning that it's dark. Couldn't find any pictures of red-tailed catfish meat. I don't know if it's if that's how true that is, but just a real interesting fact. I also should mention that it is a very important fish for angling opportunities. It brings in a lot of people. A lot of people go down to South America to fish for these things, and it became so popular that they was actually transplanted to Thailand as well. And there is actually a red-tail catfish fishery over in Thailand. So super interesting. Just really important, but please don't get it for your aquarium. Thank you guys so much again. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you again. If I don't, please be safe. Have a great day. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you do. I'd really appreciate it. Hope to see you again. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones.